revitalized job creation for over 20 million residents in Lagos State. It showcased stakeholders from the public and private sectors. The event recorded participation of over 800 attendees, including 500 plus physical attendees, over 20 speakers across seven plenary sessions. Female Founders and Funders Program, Idea Hub Night Cohort. LSCF partnered with the Afric Local, VC, Banwo, and Igadolo with GIZ DTC to host the first Female Founders and Funders Program. The 8-week incubation and acceleration program is here to support 21 females with startups of 14.5 million naira in cash and workspace voucher grants, enabling them to achieve MVP status. Idea Hub 10th Cohort. The Idea Hub initiative fosters innovation in the technology ecosystem for entrepreneurs in 2024. LSCTF incubated 74 early-stage tech-enabled ventures as part of the Idea Hub program. The program spanned 12 weeks for early-stage tech-enabled ventures to enhance skills development, networking opportunities, and mentorship with seasoned industry experts. Ikorodu Boiler Hub. The Ikorodu Boiler Hub Loan Scheme is a sector-specific initiative aimed to provide production circle financing business in agriculture, poultry. The fund supports all activities relating to production of birds, from purchase of day-old chicks, DOC, to point of sale and off-takers. The project fund executed 2 circles in year 2023 and another 2 circles in year 2024, totaling to 206 million naira, resulting in production of 80,814 beds across 91 farmers assigned to cluster farming hub in Ikorodu. To ensure continuous stakeholders management and visibility, the fund leveraged a partnership with the Omniverse Summit to reintroduce the labor market intelligence system to a different demography, particularly the youth and tech-focused organizations. The Digital Transformation Room emphasized usability of the LMIS, ensuring the user case was established particularly as a policy design and research tool. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this briefing, I would like to reiterate that the Ministry of Work, Creation and Employment continues to play a vital role in Lagos residents through strategic interventions in employment, entrepreneurship, and partnership. We remain committed to advancing Governor Sanwo-Olu's vision for a greater Lagos, where every resident possesses the opportunity to thrive economically. On behalf of the entire team of the ministry, I express our gratitude to Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, our partners and stakeholders for their unwavering support. We are confident that the best is yet to come. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you very much.
In-depth analysis of achievements and activities of the ministry. On this note, I'd like to invite my esteemed colleagues and gentlemen of the press for the questions. Please introduce yourself and ask your question. However, we will be taking the questions in batches. So we'll take the first 3 questions while the commissioner responds, then we'll take the last 2. Gentlemen of the press, the floor is open.
My name is Ben Salam, and I like for the Guardian too. Thank you for providing the insight into the activities of the organization of your ministry. My first question has to do with your revelation about registration of tradesmen and artisans. But in doing that, you talk about production of an issuing of 9,444 identity cards to members of the tradesmen and artisans association. I just wanted to prove that this is not a waste of taxpayers' money. for government to be producing identity cards for traders and tradesmen. I don't know how much the state government spent in producing those now, because I wonder what responsibility does the state have to be producing ID card for tradesmen and all. The second question, when I checked through the budget performance for 2024 for the Lagos State government, I saw a budget line item under your ministry where 1.7 billion naira was spent on empowerment of SMEs across the 7 SCDs on a quarterly basis. And my findings showed that nothing like this was executed in 2024. But it was available in the 2024 budget performance of the state government. I just wanted to provide a clarification around that. Thank you very much.
These are for different programs. Write something about it. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Adeyinka Adenuji. I have 2 questions. The first one has to do with the first one my brother asked, having to do with getting ID cards for artisans and tradesmen. In your report, you also added that a sum of 45 million naira was waived, which is supposed to be the cost of the land given to artisans and tradesmen to build their secretariat around Babylon. So, like he asked, I want you to convince Lagosians through the press here to justify the cost of 45 million given to them. And also want to ask those tradesmen, artisans, and do they increase members of the LURTW to one and road transport workers who flood so much wealth about in Lagos State? And the state is giving a 45 million naira to build secretariat. That is what. The second question also has to do with the environment of 43,830 and saving the job of 34,542. Could you please explain how did you save 34,000 jobs in 1 year, creating an additional 48,000? They were about 1.17 billion. How much did each person get? And lastly, sir, how does the ministry monitor disbursement and ensure that these people spend this money judiciously and the economy is well targeted? Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen of the press, we're going to take the last question, and that will be all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elisida and I'm part for Radio 1, 103.5 FM. My question goes to the LSCCA that the total number of 1.17 billion naira was disbursed in the year under review. I just want to know, I know that in every 12 there's always one figure, that how many people have repaid the loan for others to benefit? What is the percentage of those who pay back and those that are still owing? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for the question. In the aspect of registration of artisans, these artisans, there are lots of them, and we bringing them together is to form an avenue where we can have control over the artisans and where we can tame them for them, so there will be rules and regulations guiding them. And the so-called ID card that you're talking about is to engage them, to let us know that yes, they register with us, not going out there claiming to be an artisan and you're not doing it. So we recognize the one that registered with Lagos State, and this ID card is to identify that yes, whatever association you belong to, we recognize you as a Lagos State. And if there's any problem in your association, we as a government can intervene and find a solution to whatever problem, or anyhow we can empower you. everybody out there can claim to be an artisan, but we want a situation whereby we have an ecosystem of these artisans, and whichever way we can reach out to them is from this platform that we can give the dividends of democracy to them. So it's from this avenue that we have to make sure that there must be a form of identity, and with this identity, ID cards is where we too as a government can identify with them. You know, that's for the ID card, and truly yes, there are lots of them. There are about 100,000 artisans in Lagos State. So, but if you're not registered in Lagos State, we don't recognize you. So the 1.7 billion you're talking about, I think that one belongs to LSCTF, which is a loan that they give to people, and they have different categories. The executive secretary will make a comment to that once I just finish with this one. So you asked about the 45 million naira wait for the artisans. Like I said earlier on, these people are so dear to us. They have an ecosystem that we can reach out to them. They can't afford the land, and the government intervened. They say, okay, fine, which is Mr. Governor's decision to say, okay, fine, we'll support you with a platform of having a free land that the governor paid for, and say that you can have your own building or whatever multi-purpose structure you want to put there. So more or less, we give them a bus for them to have easy mobility around themselves, the association, and at the same time, we give them a land. So this is how to just give back to the society that the governor is doing. So concerning the loan and the rest, I'll let the Executive Secretary, NSCTF, to answer the loan aspect now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Good afternoon, Commissioner. Good afternoon, Commissioner. Good afternoon, please. My name is Felicia Alayande. I'm the Executive Secretary for Lagos Employment Trust Fund. Good afternoon, everyone. My guys, my madams, thank you very much for this opportunity. So I think the first question that the Commissioner had highlighted, so for the 1.17 billion, we'd actually disbursed that to, I've just got my numbers here, we actually disbursed that to about 4,600 individuals in Lagos State. And to your specific question, our loan spans across 50,000 to 5 million naira. So on average, it would be about 500K. So we go from the nano, small, medium, and SME businesses. And the follow-up question from that you asked, Madam, was around the repayment rate. So last year, we ended about 91% repayment rate. That means for all those we gave the loan to, about 91% of them paid back. We're still actively going after the 9% that have not paid back. Some will come to us to give reasons why they can't pay back. And we always encourage Lagosians, if you're encountering an issue, let us know. It's better you come forward to highlight why you can't pay back than for us to spend resources chasing you. So I think that answers that question, Madam. Then the other question around the jobs saved is directly linked to the grants. I'm not sure if everyone is familiar, but there was a project that was initiated in 2021 as a recovery fund set aside by the Nigerian government, federal, and World Bank. And that fund is actually highlighted for anyone that has been impacted, any business that has been impacted by COVID and is still trying to recover, you can apply for this grant. So by being successful in that grant application, we're saving that job. And the specific question around how do we monitor what they do, we actually have a very thriving monitoring and evaluation team who go out on the field to make sure that these funds you have gotten access to, what are you using it for? Some people have then gone on to hire more people, and that's why you see the translation in the jobs. So whilst you save that job, that person is also hiring more people, and that's how it's a knock-on effect on the intervention from the ministry and the agency as well. And I think the last question was around, okay, I've already spoken about monitoring grants, and then the repayment ratio. I think those are the questions asked. Thank you.
The Honorable Commissioner has given room for 2 more questions. Do we have more questions? Do we have more questions?
So yes, they pay tax. So we empower them is how we can put them the tax brackets. So there's no, we empower you that, we encourage you to be in business, to support you. We train them. It's not just about we giving them grants or giving them equipment. We make sure that they do the needful. And by doing this, they're being captured in the tax bracket. So they pay tax as well, because they all have their business names too.
One more question. On this note, can we please applaud the Honorable Commissioner?
Thank you very much.
To bring the briefing to a close, I respectfully invite the PS Wealth Corporation to give the vote of terms. Surveyor Mr. Lion Kadibayo.
The Honorable Commissioner for the Ministry of Information and Strategy, Mr. Akinga Motosho, the Commissioner for the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, Honorable Akiyemi Bankole Ajibota, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, Mr. Olumide Shogunle, the Directors of the Ministry of Information and Strategy, and Directors of the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you. On final note, I thank the political head of the ministry, the Honorable Commissioner, Honorable Akiyemi Bankole Ajibota, for the well-delivered address. I appreciate all the principal officers of the ministry for your input and for being here to witness this account of stewardship. Thank you all, and safe journey to your respective destinations. Happy Workers' Day in advance. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àti ìṣèjọba.
We have come to the end of the press briefing. May I invite the Honorable Commissioners, members of the top table, for a group of photo.
This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.